And I've been studying the prophets a lot these last couple of months, and they all talk about the time between the cross and the second coming, and what's the role of God's people between sometimes they call it the calamity and the renewal. And so I wanted to read to you. This one's from Joel. I won't be talking about this on Sunday, but this is a great one I was reading this morning. And the role of God's people between judgment and resurrection. This is awesome. It says, blow the trumpet in Zion and declare a holy fast. Call a sacred assembly and gather the people of God together. Consecrate the assembly. Bring together the elders and gather the children and those who are nursing at the breast. Let the bridegroom leave his room and the bride her chamber. Let the priests who minister before the Lord weep between the portico and the altar, and let them say, spare your people, Lord. Do not make your inheritance an object of scorn and a byword among the nations. Why should they say among the peoples, where's your God? And here's the Lord's answer. Then the Lord was jealous for the land, and he took pity on his people. The Lord replied to them, I'm sending you grain and new wine and olive oil, enough to satisfy you fully. Never again will I make you an object of scorn to the nations. I'll drive out the northern enemy away from you. I'll push it into the parched and barren land. Its esteemed ranks will drown in the Dead Sea, the western ranks in the Mediterranean Sea. Its stench will go up and rise. God has done great things. Don't be afraid, land of Judah. Be glad and rejoice. Surely the Lord has done great things. Don't be afraid of the wild animals. The pastures in the wilderness are becoming green again. The trees are bearing fruit. The fig tree and the vine is rich. Be glad, people of Zion. Rejoice in the Lord your God. He's given you the autumn rains because he's faithful. He will send abundant showers, both in autumn and spring rains, as he has before. The threshing floors will be filled with grain, the vats overflowing with new wine. I will repay you for the years of locusts that you have eaten. The great locusts and the young locusts, the other locusts, my great army that I send among you, you will have plenty to eat. And you will know that I am the Lord your God, and I am in Israel. There is no other God beside me, and never again will my people be ashamed. And after all of this, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and your daughters, your old men will dream dreams, and young men will see visions. Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit in those days. And I will show wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire, and the billows of smoke. And God, he just goes on and on and on about what he's going to do. And the thing that I love about the way that the prophets talk about this says that a day's coming when God's going to pour out his spirit on people, and they will begin to see. And I think that day's upon us. In fact, I know that it is. Jesus talks about the work of the Holy Spirit. We're going to talk about this on Thursday at our communion service, about how the Holy Spirit comes in order to allow us to see the way of God and to have hope in the midst of desperate situations. And God's just so faithful to all of that. The Bible is such a great story of hope and how in the end God triumphs. And I pray that you get to know Jesus the way that I do, and even more. It's awesome to have hope in the midst of trouble, and to know that no matter what you see going on in the nations around you or in the lives of people around you, that God's taken you home. It's just a great way to live. And so I want to encourage you. You'll have a great, great day. And I pray that the Spirit of the living God be alive and well with you.